may be defined as the forward propulsion of a long but narrow boat with a sharply pointed bow by a series of strokes with one or more pairs of sculls, which the competitor holds one in each hand, or by two or more single oars held in both hands. By this means, the boat is moved forward in the direction opposite to that in which the oarsman is facing. The stroke is made possible by the use of an outrigger, a movable rollock called a swivel, and a sliding seat. The shape of racing boats has remained largely unchanged for over 100 years. Basically, they are semicircular in section and between 30 and 60 centimeters in width, depending on the class of boat. The stretcher, together with its shoes, the outrigger, and the swivel, are adjustable to suit individual requirements. The scull, about 3 meters in length, or the oar, rather less than 4 meters long, is pressed against the back of the swivel, thus moving the boat forward. Nowadays, there are two basic types of boat construction: a wood frame with a wood plastic skin, the outriggers being directly fixed to the ribs, and a self-supporting plastic sandwich construction. In both cases, the ends of the boat are covered over by a bow and stern canvas, so-called because they were originally made of this material. There are 9 classes of boat: single sculls, double sculls, coxless pairs, coxed pairs. Today, the coxswain usually lies flat in the bow. Coxed fours. Here too, the coxswain is now usually in the bow. Coxed quadruple sculls. This class is used only for women's races. Women also row in single sculls, double sculls, coxless pairs, coxed fours, and eights. Coxless fours, coxless quadruple sculls, and eights. The aim in rowing is to propel the boat as efficiently and as rhythmically as possible without any unnecessary disturbance. The stroke consists of the following 6 elements: the catch, when the blade enters the water, with straight arms and the body bent forward; the draw, with leg drive and body swing; the finish, with the arms; the recovery, by a turning movement of the hands; the relaxed swing; and the straightening of the arms for the forward reach. During the forward swing, the oar is pressed against the swivel so that it acts as a balancing pole and keeps the boat level in the water. In rowing, the oarsman's torso swings slightly outward at the catch and at the finish, whereas in sculling, the body swings parallel to the slide bed. The stroke cycles are basically the same in both cases. But the details vary to such an extent that rowing and sculling can be considered to be separate disciplines. From the point of view of physics, rowing is a very complex method of forward progress. Simply expressed, we may say that an oar or scull is a simple lever which accelerates the boat at the beginning of each stroke. Apart from single sculling, rowing is very much a team sport. This is clearly shown more than in almost any other sport by the effect of the weakness of a single individual on the performance of the crew as a whole. Furthermore, the rhythm of the stroke and the stroke cycle must be perfectly synchronized in order to ensure the best possible run of the boat. Rowing is one of the sports which makes the maximum demands on the human body. For a race lasting between 6 and 8 minutes, a complex sequence of movements has to be performed some 200 to 300 times with extreme accuracy and with a high output of work. For each stroke, the oarsman must apply a force of about 100 kilopond at the oar handle. This means a total load of 20 to 25 tons for the whole race. The expenditure of energy amounts to some 400 to 500 watts. This energy expenditure imposes an extremely heavy load on the heart, lungs, circulation, and metabolism, the necessary training being correspondingly demanding and comprehensive. This extreme physical performance, which can result in complete exhaustion, may also provide the athlete with experience in the mental field, which otherwise would be denied to him. Rowing is an extremely fair sport. The rules of racing of the International Rowing Federation, FISA, ensure that the hardest of races are rowed without a trace of unsporting behavior. FISA is one of the oldest of the international sports federations. European championships have been held since 1893 and Olympic regattas since 1900. Today, World Championships are held every year for both men and women, as well as FISA Championships for junior women, junior men and lightweights. Highlights of every rowing season are also regattas such as Mannheim, Berlin-Grünau, Henley, Moscow or Amsterdam, and, above all, Lucerne. Let's now take a close look at preparations for a race and at a race itself at the famous Lucerne Regatta.
Großes Dank, bon Honneur, Gott,